Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most Dachshund owners love their dogs deeply and still miss the specific things their dog actually needs to feel that love in return. It's not about expensive toys or the fanciest bed on the market. It's simpler than that, and a whole lot more meaningful. So if you want your Dachshund to live a happy, healthy, and emotionally fulfilled life, stay with me. Because in this video, you're going to discover the 6 acts of love your Dachshund hopes you'll give them for the rest of their life. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your Dachshund needs from you, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally too. These aren't generic dog tips. Every single one of these is rooted in the unique personality, anatomy, and history of the Dachshund breed. Because your Dachshund isn't just any dog, and they deserve advice written specifically for them. Let's get into it. Act 1. Protect their spine like it's your job. Before anything else, before the belly rubs, before the playtime, before the training tips, you need to hear this. Your Dachshund's most vulnerable feature isn't their small size, it's their spine. Dachshunds are a chondrodystrophic breed, which means their cartilage develops differently than most dogs. That long back paired with those short legs puts them at a significantly higher risk for intervertebral disc disease. It's a spinal condition that can cause pain, paralysis, and in severe cases, permanent disability. Loving your Dachshund means actively protecting them from this. Here's what that looks like in daily life. First, use ramps instead of stairs. Every time your Dachshund jumps off the couch, off your bed, or leaps down a step, that impact travels directly up their spine. It doesn't matter how young or healthy they look today. Repeated impact adds up. Invest in a good dog ramp and train them to use it early. Second, always support their body when you pick them up. Never lift your Dachshund by their front legs or let their back end hang unsupported. One hand goes under the chest, one supports the hindquarters, and their whole spine should stay level. And third, watch their weight closely. Extra weight means extra load on an already stressed back. If they've got a little sausage roll situation going on, it's time for a conversation with your vet. This is the foundation of love for this breed. Everything else builds on it. Act 2, give them permission to be a scent dog. Here's something most people don't think about. Your Dachshund isn't just a lap dog. They're a hunting dog, specifically bred in Germany to track and flush out badgers and other burrowing animals. That means their nose isn't just a cute button on their face. It's a superpower, and it's a deep part of who they are. When you rush your Dachshund through a walk, pulling them away from every smell they try to investigate, you're not just annoying them, you're cutting off one of their primary sources of mental stimulation. So give them a sniff walk. At least a few times a week, let your Dachshund lead. Go slow, let them zigzag, and let them investigate that patch of grass for 3 full minutes if they want to. This kind of unstructured sniffing is more mentally tiring for a Dachshund than a brisk 30-minute walk. A sniffed-out Dachshund is a calm, satisfied Dachshund. You can also try nose work games at home. Hide treats around the room and let them find them. Use snuffle mats and lick mats that make them work for their food. This taps directly into their instincts, and they love every second of it. This isn't indulging bad behavior. This is speaking your dog's language. Act 3. Train smarter, not harder. Let's be real about something. Dachshunds have a reputation. They're known for being stubborn, independent, and sometimes completely ignoring you, even when you know they heard you. If you've lived with one, you're probably nodding right now. But here's what most people misread. That stubbornness isn't defiance, it's independence. Dachshunds were bred to work alone, tracking prey underground without any direction from a human. They had to think for themselves. And that instinct is still very much alive. So when you try to train your Dachshund with repetitive drill-style sessions, they shut down. Not because they're dumb, because they're bored. Use short, high-value training sessions instead. 5 to 10 minutes max, and end before they lose interest. Use the best treats you have. Real chicken, cheese, or whatever makes their nose go crazy. Dry kibble isn't going to cut it. Make it feel like their idea, because Dachshunds respond much better when they feel like they're choosing to engage rather than being forced. Lure-based training, where you guide them into a behavior before naming it, tends to work far better with this breed than correction-based methods. Your Dachshund will test you daily, but the owners who get the best results aren't the ones who fight the stubbornness. They're the ones who make cooperation feel more rewarding than resistance. Training a Dachshund is less about dominance and more about negotiation. The sooner you accept that, the better your relationship gets. Act 4. Build a den they can call their own. If you've ever noticed your Dachshund tunneling under blankets, burrowing under pillows, or squeezing into the tightest corner of the couch, that's not a quirk, that's instinct. Dachshunds are natural diggers and burrowers. In the forests of Germany where they were bred, they went into the earth after prey. That desire for enclosed, cozy, den-like spaces is hardwired into them. When you honor that instinct, you give your Dachshund something money can't buy, a place where they feel completely safe. Start by getting them a proper cave bed or burrowing bed. There are beds designed specifically for this breed, covered and hooded with a built-in blanket they can crawl under. Your Dachshund will use it constantly. If your dog retreats under the bed or into a tight space during loud noises or stressful situations, let them. Don't pull them out. That's their coping mechanism, and forcing them into the stress without their safe space only increases anxiety over time. And finally, keep their environment consistent. Dachshunds are sensitive dogs. They notice change. A predictable space with the same bed, the same spot, and the same routine gives them the security they crave. A Dachshund with their own safe den is a more confident, less anxious dog. That's a direct result of your intentional love. Act 5. Meet their need for closeness. Without creating anxiety, your Dachshund wants to be with you, not near you, with you. This breed is famous for their loyalty, and that loyalty runs deep. They were bred to work in close partnership with hunters, and centuries of that history created a dog that forms intense, near-obsessive bonds with their person. That's beautiful, and if you're not careful, it can also become a problem. Separation anxiety is extremely common in Dachshunds. Left untreated, it shows up as destructive behavior, excessive barking, accidents in the house, and visible distress every time you leave. Many owners mistake this for bad behavior. It's actually a dog in emotional pain. The act of love here is balance. Give them plenty of quality closeness, cuddle time, co-sleeping if that works for your household, being in the same room while you work. Your Dachshund genuinely needs that connection. But also practice calm departures and arrivals. Don't make leaving or coming home a dramatic event. A long, emotional goodbye tells your dog that your absence is something to worry about. Keep it neutral, keep it brief, and over time your Dachshund learns that you always come back, and it's no big deal. If your Dachshund's separation distress is severe, a professional trainer or veterinary behaviorist can make a world of difference. You are your Dachshund's safe person. That's a privilege, and it comes with the responsibility to help them handle the world even when you're not there. Act 6. Commit to the long game of their health. Here's the final act of love, and in many ways, it's the most powerful one. Dachshunds are a long-lived breed. It's not unusual for them to reach 14, 15, even 16 years old with proper care. That means the choices you make today about food, exercise, vet care, and lifestyle have a very long runway. Loving your Dachshund for life means playing the long game. Stay on top of regular vet checkups. Beyond the basic vaccines, Dachshunds are prone to a specific set of health issues: dental disease, obesity, IVDD, and progressive retinal atrophy. Catching these early changes everything. Keep their teeth clean too. Dental disease is the most overlooked health issue in small breeds, and Dachshunds are no exception. Brush their teeth regularly, offer dental chews, and schedule professional cleanings when your vet recommends them. Poor dental health doesn't just affect the mouth, it can impact the heart and kidneys over time. Exercise them consistently, but smartly. Your dachshund needs daily movement, but high-impact activities like jumping, rough play on hard surfaces, or long runs can stress their spine and joints. Daily walks, indoor play, and controlled fetch sessions keep them fit without the risk. And when it comes to food, don't let those eyes fool you. Your dachshund will eat everything you give them and then look at you like they haven't eaten in days. Overfeeding is one of the most common ways owners unknowingly shorten their dog's life. Work with your vet to find the right portion for your dog's age, weight, and activity level. The dachshund who gets this kind of committed long-term care doesn't just live longer, they live better. More energy, more comfort, and more years by your side. That's what they're hoping for from you. Your dachshund chose you, as much as any dog can choose a person. They show you that every time they follow you from room to room, every time they tunnel under the blanket just to be closer to you, every time they look up at you with those big, soulful eyes. Now you know exactly how to love them back, in the way they actually understand it. If this video helped you see your dachshund a little differently, drop a comment below and tell me which of these 6 acts you're going to focus on first. I'd love to know. And if you've got a dachshund owner in your life who needed to hear this, share this video with them. You might just change their dog's life. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.